The 2024 U.S. presidential election is more than just a race for the White House. It's a battle for the soul of America. The stakes are high. The outcome will shape the nation's future for generations to come. The political landscape is more polarized than ever. Divisions run deep on issues like the economy, healthcare, immigration, and climate change. Social and racial justice movements have ignited passions and sparked calls for systemic change. The COVID-19 pandemic has left its mark both physically and emotionally on the nation. The global stage is fraught with uncertainty. Americans are looking for leadership, for someone to bridge the divides and chart a course toward a brighter future. They are looking for solutions to the challenges that face them. They are looking for hope. This election will determine who will lead America through these turbulent times. It will determine the direction the country takes on the critical issues facing it. It will determine the kind of future that awaits its citizens. The race for the White House is crowded, with a mix of seasoned politicians and fresh faces vying for the top job. The Democratic field is led by incumbent President Joe Biden, who is seeking re-election. Biden, a veteran politician with decades of experience, is campaigning on his record of leadership during the pandemic and his efforts to rebuild the economy. The Republican field is more diverse. Former President Donald Trump, who lost to Biden in 2020, is seeking a return to the White House. Trump, a polarizing figure known for his populist rhetoric and aggressive policies, remains a dominant force in the Republican Party. Other prominent Republicans vying for the nomination include Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a rising star in the party known for his conservative stances on social issues. Former Vice President Mike Pence, who served under Trump, is also considered a potential contender. The field of candidates reflects the diversity of American political thought. Each candidate brings their own unique perspective, experience, and policy platform to the race. The primaries will be a battleground of ideas as candidates seek to win over voters and secure their party's nomination. In the U.S. presidential election, victory hinges on securing the support of a select group of states known as battleground states. These are states where the electorate is relatively evenly split between Democrats and Republicans, making them highly competitive and unpredictable. Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, collectively known as the Rust Belt, played a pivotal role in the 2016 and 2020 elections. These states, once strongholds of Democratic support, flipped to Trump in 2016, delivering him the presidency. Biden narrowly won them back in 2020, paving his path to victory. Other key battleground states include Florida, a perennial swing state with a large and diverse electorate, and Arizona, a state that has trended increasingly Democratic in recent years. These states are likely to be fiercely contested in 2024, with both parties pouring resources into winning over voters. The outcome in these battleground states will determine the overall winner of the election. Candidates will tailor their messages and campaign strategies to appeal to the specific concerns and interests of voters in these crucial states. The fight for every vote will be intense, with both sides employing sophisticated data analytics and targeted outreach to sway undecided voters. The state of the economy is always a top concern for voters, and the 2024 election is no exception. Voters will be looking to the candidates to address issues like inflation, job creation, and economic inequality. The Biden administration will be highlighting its efforts to rebuild the economy after the pandemic-induced recession, pointing to job growth, infrastructure investments, and social safety net programs as evidence of its success. Republicans will likely criticize Biden's economic policies, arguing that they have fueled inflation and stifled economic growth. They will offer alternative solutions, emphasizing tax cuts, deregulation, and a focus on free market principles. The candidates' economic plans will be scrutinized by voters, who will be looking for concrete solutions to the financial challenges they face. The ability of the candidates to articulate a clear and compelling vision for the future of the American economy will be crucial in winning over voters. Healthcare is another issue that consistently ranks high on voters' list of priorities. The 2024 election will see a continuation of the long-running debate over the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. Democrats will defend the ACA, highlighting its role in expanding health insurance coverage and protecting people with pre-existing conditions. They will advocate for further strengthening the law and expanding access to affordable health care. Republicans will likely renew their calls for repealing or replacing the ACA, arguing that it is too expensive and burdensome. They will propose alternative healthcare reforms, focusing on market-based solutions and greater state control over healthcare policy. The candidates' positions on healthcare will be closely scrutinized by voters, particularly those who rely on the ACA for their health insurance. The debate over healthcare is likely to be highly contentious, reflecting the deep divisions that exist over the role of government in providing healthcare. Immigration is a complex and often divisive issue in American politics. The 2024 election will see candidates grapple with questions about border security, legal immigration, and the status of undocumented immigrants. Democrats will likely advocate for comprehensive immigration reform, including a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. They will emphasize the economic and cultural contributions of immigrants and call for humane treatment of asylum seekers. Republicans will likely focus on border security, advocating for increased enforcement measures and stricter immigration laws. They may also call for limitations on legal immigration and a reduction in the number of refugees admitted to the country. The candidates' positions on immigration will resonate deeply with voters, particularly those who live in border states or have personal connections to the issue. The debate over immigration is likely to be emotionally charged, reflecting the strong feelings that this issue evokes. Climate change is an increasingly urgent issue, with the impacts of a warming planet becoming more evident. The 2024 election will see candidates address the challenges posed by climate change and offer solutions for mitigating its effects. Democrats will prioritize climate action, advocating for policies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, transition to renewable energy sources, and invest in climate resilience. They will emphasize the scientific consensus on climate change and the need for urgent action. Republicans may express skepticism about the severity of climate change or the need for government intervention. They may favor market-based solutions, such as carbon pricing, or focus on technological innovation to address climate challenges. The candidates' positions on climate change will resonate with voters who are concerned about the environment and the future of the planet. The debate over climate change is likely to be influenced by scientific evidence, economic considerations, and ideological perspectives. The 2024 election will take place against a backdrop of heightened awareness of social justice issues, sparked by movements like Black Lives Matter and #MeToo. Voters will be looking to candidates to address issues of racial inequality, gender discrimination, and LGBTQ+ rights. Democrats will likely champion social justice reforms, advocating for policies to address systemic racism, promote gender equality, and protect the rights of marginalized communities. They will emphasize the need for equal opportunity and justice for all Americans. Republicans may express support for some social justice goals, but they are likely to focus on individual responsibility and limited government intervention. They may oppose affirmative action policies or efforts to expand LGBTQ+ rights. The candidates' positions on social justice issues will resonate with voters who are passionate about these causes and who see the election as an opportunity to advance equality and justice. The debate over social justice is likely to be shaped by personal experiences, moral convictions, and political ideologies. The 2024 election will take place in a world marked by geopolitical uncertainty and global challenges. Voters will be looking to candidates to articulate a clear vision for America's role in the world and its approach to foreign policy. Democrats will likely emphasize diplomacy, multilateralism, and a commitment to international cooperation. They may prioritize engagement with allies, promotion of human rights, and a focus on global issues like climate change and pandemics. Republicans may advocate for a more assertive foreign policy, prioritizing American interests and military strength. They may favor a more unilateral approach, skepticism of international organizations, and a focus on national security threats. The candidates' foreign policy stances will resonate with voters who are concerned about America's place in the world and its ability to address global challenges. The debate over foreign policy is likely to be shaped by historical precedents, strategic considerations, and ideological perspectives. The 2024 election will hinge on the level of voter participation. Getting people to the polls is crucial for both parties, and they will employ various strategies to mobilize their base and persuade undecided voters. Voter registration drives, get-out-the-vote efforts, and targeted advertising campaigns will be key elements of both parties' electoral strategies. Social media will play a prominent role in reaching voters, particularly younger generations. Candidates will also focus on engaging voters through town hall meetings, rallies, and other public events. They will seek to connect with voters on a personal level, addressing their concerns and outlining their vision for the future. The success of these efforts will depend on the ability of the candidates and their campaigns to inspire and motivate voters. The 2024 election will be a test of the strength of American democracy and the power of the vote. The 2024 U.S. presidential election is a defining moment for America. The choices made by voters will have profound and lasting consequences for the nation's future. The election will determine the direction of the country on a wide range of critical issues, from the economy and healthcare to climate change and social justice. It will shape America's role in the world and its relationship with other nations. Most importantly, the 2024 election will be a referendum on the values that define America. It will determine whether the nation continues on a path of division and polarization or chooses a path of unity and progress. The stakes are high, and the responsibility rests with the American people to choose wisely. The 2024 election is an opportunity to shape America's future and ensure that it lives up to its ideals of freedom, justice, and opportunity for all.